All right, greetings. We are working on week 3 of our random Summer Magic Realm game, and it was a very eventful week 2. And I don't know if it was a good week 2, but it was eventful at least. Stuff happened, so a lot of bad stuff, but it happened. Darn it. We have our Sorcerer, Druid, Black Knight, and Captain trying to make their way through the realm. So beginning of week 3, we did draw 3 new events. We draw the Druid's Test. The Druid appears. The first to bring him a potion gets the point and a reward. The Young Knight appears in a random clearing. You can either kill him or you can pay him, and they will either fight you or serve you. And a Goblin Horde. So we have 6 goblins appear in a random clearing. Anyone who killed any of the horde, where is this goblin horde? This goblin horde appeared here at the pool. Anyone who kills any of the horde gets a point once the entire horde has been dispatched, but the guy who kills the great sword goblin gets an additional reward. Those are our 3 events for this week. And if we look at the characters' different positions here, the Sorcerer is still looking to head up into the Crag. The Crag is big for the Sorcerer in terms of points. There's about 5 points in there for the Sorcerer if they can manage to get all that stuff and live. And indeed, the Sorcerer, that might be all the Sorcerer does for the rest of the game is explore the Crag. The Crag is rough to navigate because everything's a mountain. And without specific spells or powers, that can be rough. The Druid, I'm a little worried about the Druid and scoring points. The demons are all sort of far away. The only spider on the board is too big for the Druid. The Giant, who I bought the spectacles for, literally just disappeared end of last week. So it looks like the Druid's going to have to find a way to get their points. I think we might... I might might head to the deep woods because we can get giants or spiders there, and so that might be the way to go. But we're not going to draw anything by ourselves because those chits aren't going to draw for us. God dang it. Wow. So yeah, little bit of trouble here, the Druid, I think, point-wise. Little bit of trouble. Let me think about the Druid. The Black Knight is just probably moving up around, probably trying to get to here, because he can kill at least one of those dragons, if not 2 of them. The serpents he could also damage, kill if he needed to. But he wants to kill his heavies, because he wants big game to pop there. And might go here to get Dank W. Might as well get Herbalist, right? There's no... Herbalist is... Pick herbs, perform peer phases. So 1, 2, 3. You roll, just like searching for a path. And then he can return to a dwelling. So I think he heads up here, caps these dragons, and then into the Pine Woods. And he would not mind, by the way, grabbing this either if he could somehow manage to get around, which he could. He could go down and around fairly easily. And that would not suck. Now, he hates the guard. But, he hates the guard. The guard would buy that from him. And then he would still get 20 prowess and they would go to unfriendly. Or he just sells it anywhere for $50. So I think maybe the Black Knight is looking to capitalize a little bit on some sadness here. But also he wants these guys. So we have to make sort of a call here, right? So I'll make that decision. The captain needs to back into the caves because he's being chased out. And we had to figure out what to do with the poor captain. The captain just got hammered last. I mean, he's no armor. He does have a bow, that's great, but he has no armor. And nothing sort of to his name. His followers are all dead. So I don't know. I'm a little worried for the captain here. He might try to head up and try to take those guys. But let's see. So that's it. That's my recap. Let's take a look at what everybody's going to do here. So I think the sorcerer is going to hide, move, and then move into the crack, right? Yeah, so he can get here hidden and see what's in the crack. Done. Our druid. You know what our druid's going to do? So, this is an error on my part. We're going to move back to the campfire. And then I am going to rest. Rest. We're going to spell X and we're going to spell. So we're going to get back and rest a little bit. And then we're going to dump some of these cards. Done. Because we can't draw the giant. Like, we have peace with nature. These chips flip over when we go in there. So that's going to be a hard road for us. I do think that we want our rogue buddy still. Our rogue buddy cannot kill either of these guys. They're heavy and armored, so he's not helpful in those fights, but he does keep them at bay while the Black Knight finishes the guys off. So I do think, though, and what's he going to get? He's going to get a bat. He could get a giant, which he doesn't want a giant. Giants are tremendous. He cannot do tremendous damage. So we could get a giant, which we don't want. We could get a bat, which would be fine. We could get these serpents. Here we can get a bat. And the serpents suck a little bit. Just because. I say we hide and go 1, 2, 3. Do we have any money? Does Black Knight? He has 16 bucks. So we're going to hide and go 3. Hide and then move into the ledges, I believe. Yeah. And then the captain has to move back into the cavern. He has to, or the caves. He's in the caves. He has to go back to the caves. And then, hell, I'm going to say he's going to move into the miner, because he does have that, he has caves 2, 3. So he's just going to move to the miner. And done. That'll be like the bold move. So there you go. There's our day 15. 3, we're going to get ogres, wolves, goblins, and octopi. So. And that guy's gone, by the way. So the druid is first. The druid's going to go back. The druid is going to rest one of these chits, which he does. Spell X and spell to flip that. And we are done. And does anything appear at the campfire? No. Okay. And done. The captain goes 1, 2, and he is done. And nothing appears because we're looking for blue squares. The knight goes 1, 2, 3, but he wants to be hidden. And he is. And the Sorcerer wants to hide. And he doesn't, which sucks. And he goes there. So we get Dank, that's Spiders, and of course the Lost Castle. Lost Castle's always in 1. We take these 5 chips, we're going to flip them. And put those. We get Slither 6. Statue in 2. Patter in 2. The Horde in 6. The Lair in 3. So there you go. This is pay dirt as far as treasures go. Patter is not going to bring anything. It only does in the caves. That's what this symbol means. It means caves. This symbol is mountains. So these goblins only appear in caves. What we're worried about is dragons here and spiders here. Spiders would appear, or imps, done. And that's it. And I don't think we have a combat at all. No. The miner, we have to discover, we have to search and discover, and if we do that, we get to roll on the thing. I think everyone else is fine. The druid is turning in his stuff. I think he turns in those too, because those are going to require creatures to be on the board, which I don't know that he thinks can be on the board. Oh, he gets Windfall and Lucky Day. Those are... And he gets Lucky Day. I mean, those aren't bad cards. They just don't help him that much at the moment. At the end of the day, he will cast Nudge. And he will effectively use... he's going to make that chit the Nudge chit. And he'll make that one the Nudge chit. Okay, done. Does anybody else want to cast? No, I think we're good. Next day, day 16. Okay, so this is good and bad for the Sorcerer. Like, this is great. The Sorcerer's like, yes, there's a lot of good stuff here. I say we hide. On a rest first, move, hide, and then move into the bones. And keep in mind that we did get, so Explore Crag, there are 6 clearings to explore, right? And we did indeed... and the captain also explored another clearing in the cave. So he explored 3. So we should mark off 3. Right? We explored 2, and we're going to go to 5. Okay. So we're going to move into 5. Done. And see what's in there. It could be good, could be really bad, right? Could be real crappy. So we have our Nudge back. We have our Nudge back and ready to go. But we have to fatigue that, right? Yeah, so we cast Nudge. That goes here. That becomes a Nudge chit. There you go. I hate to say it, but we're going to rest, Spell X, and Spell because we want to end our day here. So the Druid wants to end his day here to get the $5. Done. So he is done writing his move. Black Knight is going to hide higher and higher, trying to hire his guy one last time because Rogue 6 is going to leave him at the end of the day. And the captain is going to search and search, and he's going to hope to pop Miner, and we're going to see what happens there. So that's it. That's what we got. Captain's hoping for no trolls. We get spiders. We were hoping for no spiders for the Sorcerer, I think. Captain goes first. He has 2 searches. Although those goblins could be a mess if we do find anything. We fail. We're looking for a 4 or a 1, and we fail 2 times. The Druid is going to do his thing. 2 rests. like that. And he's going to spell X and spell to flip that. And at the end of the day, he's going to turn in Windfall. And that'll get him $5. I'm just going to write that because, so he has $29 now. And he is very much still winning gold. And at the end of the day, I'm actually going to toss Lucky Day, I think. And look to get 2 more quest cards here. We're going to get Herbalist. And that's Dank W. And we're going to get Locate the Statue. Okay. I think we might take those and go with them. For anyone who does not otherwise know Magic Realm, this is obviously a highly customized and bastardized version of it. So don't take this as the game. This is not quite that. Black Knight's going 3rd, and he's going to succeed in a hide. And let's see if he can hire his buddy back here for a couple bucks. Remember, they're neutral. But he only rolls 1 die because they're also afraid of him. He gets price times 4, so he could hire the guy for $4, which I think he'll do. And so that means that Rogue 6 is ride or die now, to end of the game. But he spends $4, and he's down to 12. Still in 3rd place, or actually 4th place gold-wise. I think everybody has more gold than him. But that's a fine spend. We do get spiders. No, there's no spiders there. The Druid doesn't have to worry about it because there's no one there. And the Bashkar, they're just a Bashkar. The Black Knight did his thing. The Sorcerer is going to hide. He does. I believe he rests once. Yeah, he rests to get, let's just say, that chit back, even though that's not the best chit for him. And then he moves into here. So a couple things are going to happen, right? First thing is it as soon as we enter, first to end a phase, you roll 1d6. So as soon as you end a phase here, you roll a d6, which is what the hiding is for. He gets a Tremendous Serpent. So this guy, copy, paste, lives there. Fortunately, we are hidden, thankfully, because otherwise that would have sucked. That's okay, we're hidden. Now, the problem is that we also get spiders. The problem is we get Dank draws a spider there, and Patter draws a spider there, and we get the Imp here as well. We could have probably dealt with that, dude. But this is going to be a rougher deal here for the Sorcerer. 2 creatures, not as good unless they're tiny. Okay. So now we have to make a call for the Sorcerer. I think he's the only one that has a fight potentially. And I will tell you, these are bad fights for the Sorcerer with L3. So light, medium, heavy, tremendous. So his missile roll to kill the heavy spider has to be no worse than a 4, his roll. I think what he's going, I think we're gonna go for it though. I think we're gonna try to make this happen. Okay. We're going to try to make this happen. Oh, we cannot try to make this happen. We have to wait. Okay. We have to wait. I'll tell you, we need more purple magic to pull this off. So let's make that happen first. Geez, this is going to get messier and messier as we go, though. So we have to be a little bit wary. So yeah, so we're gonna just wait. And actually, I tell you what we're gonna do. Oh, we can't run out. We just entered. So if you run, you can always run out of a clearing if everything on your sheet is slower than you. Now, nothing's on the sorcerer's sheet. He can run out of this clearing. But if it's the first day that you entered, you must go backwards. And that would put him in a precarious position, being stuck between these two clearings. If he could go forwards, that would be great, because then he could end up here, and that's sort of where he would want to end up. So instead, he's got to stay here the day, and that puts him in a little bit of a mess on day 17, which is what we're going to write now. So for day 17, he cannot move out. He can't just do this. He can't just move out, which is you can normally just move out. But if it's mountains that you're moving into, because the first phase that you end in the clearing with the monsters, they will block you. So they'll catch him out of the mountain. He's got to hide first and succeed at a hide. So he's going to try that. And then he's got to decide what he wants to do. If he does hide, then here's what I would do. If he hides, he's good. He's going to do his extra spell X, spell, and spell, and spell. Right? No. He'll turn 2 of those. And then he will alert. He's going to alert a 3. He's going to alert one of these. What alerting does is it makes a magic chip becomes a ×0. So he would use that to cast alerted fiery blast and hit everyone in the clearing. That's his plan. So he's got a plan. It's not a great plan, but he's got a plan. Druid's ready to make a move, and he's got Herbalist and Statue. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3, and 4. Yeah, I think so. I think 1, 2, 3, 4. He's going to end up in Borderland 3. Move 4 moves to Borderland 3. The Black Knight has his guy, so he's happy. He's got his dude. Now he's going to go look for his big game target here. And so he is going to, I would argue, he hides 3 times, moves into the dragons. And finally, it's the captain. So is the captain going to stay here and search one more time? He is. Done. One more day, I think, we give the captain to find that. We make a monster check on day 17. It is spiders and imps again, which is bad for the sorcerer because all those dudes are going to walk onto him. Sorcerer is going to hide. This has to succeed, and it does. Sorcerer is hidden. Sorcerer is going to do his thing, so he's going to flip these 2, and then he alerts this one. I mean, that's fine. That's fine. And then everyone walks to this. So everyone comes here. These, all the spiders, they're alert. They know he's there. And so they charge him. Now they don't know where he is. They can't find him. Captain is going to search twice. He's going to find whatever's, he finds the miner and he helps him. So that's to simulate the digging, right? Now we roll a d6. Or actually we roll 2d6, which is the scary part. So it's just it just says roll. He rolls a 4. He finds a silver vein, which is 5d6 gold. Okay, so he gets a VP. So that's the first thing. The captain actually does score a VP. So he scores minor. That's another point. So the captain actually has 3 points. So he's scored first this week, even though he's in the worst position. Good for him. Scores minor. And now he rolls 5d6, and he gets that much gold. So we're going to roll 2 dice. That's 10. That is 15 gold. 21 gold. The captain scores 21 gold from that little play there, bringing him up to 30. And there's his scoreboard. Now that he will still be reduced to 9 at the end of the game unless he can account for some of that gear. And I don't know if we count that before or after, but he has at least completed that. So the minor gets completed. I'll just toss that up there. I'm going to, for now, assume that his lost gear is still lost. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm going to count, like, his end game money is 9. I marked that he has 30 gold, but he's 21 down from the gear that he lost and sold and got busted. So he is, yeah. So his end game gold is effectively 9. So I'm not going to count his score yet to avoid just having to twiddle it all around there. I think he is down. I'm sorry. Let me adjust the scoreboard to correctly. He has an extra point because he had a gold point that he does not deserve at this point in time. So he just got 5 points. So he is done. The minor is complete. And now the captain needs to go find something to do, essentially. The Black Knight is going to hide a bunch. He does. He walks into there. But since it's spiders, nothing else is going to arrive. So we have a fight tonight. The druid is just going to go 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I don't think anything appears because, yeah, spiders. Because spiders. And that is it. Let's do the sorcerer first. The old bones are still there. Sorcerer has 4 monsters to contend with. The sorcerer is hidden right now. So that is true. The sorcerer is going to, from hiding, cast Transform on the serpent. So he can cast this while still being hidden. And so Transform goes first. He rolls 2 dice. And what he really wants is a high crap number. He gets a 6. That dude turns into a frog. As long as there's purple magic, which there is, he just used some, this guy is a frog. Okay? Now he has to roll to remain hidden. We want anything but a 6. That's a 5. We are still hidden because if you cast a single target spell or a spell that's just you, on you or on one person or on one creature, you can remain hidden in ambush. And so he is still hidden, which is great because now he's going to pull the fiery blast out. And he's going to nuke everybody in the clearing at a time 0. So he might, there's dudes he may or may not kill everybody. I'm just going to put them like this, I suppose, for giggles, right? It's a time 0, so it's going to hit everybody. All he has to do is make the missile rolls. So these are medium unarmed creatures. These are heavy unarmed creatures. He is doing tremendous damage. So all he needs to do for the first 2 rolls is avoid a 6. And the imp remains. So the imp lives. I gotta kill that serpent. Gotta kill the serpent. Nope. Also doesn't live. Son of a bitch. Okay. Doesn't kill the spider. Kills the second spider. So he gets one spider. Now that he's cast a multi... right? Now that he's cast a multi target spell, he is now unhidden. And all these things, and this fatigues, all these dudes are now on his sheet. And they're going to gut him. So he melts into mist. So that was a 3-color... that sucked, by the way. That's not how that should have gone. He does have 9 prowess. He really should have got more. He should have been riding high after this, because he should have been like, yep, killed 3 dudes, and I had to flee from, you know, that kind of thing. But instead he killed 1 of 4. Highly unlikely that that's all he got. And he was hoping to at least he could have gotten the treasure had he killed the frog. Now this dude's going to revert at the end of the day to not being a frog, but as soon as you do purple magic, that dude's a frog again. So we should at least keep that in mind, because this spell is permanently cast on that serpent, and if he goes back in there and pops purple, that serpent's going to turn into a frog. Now the question is, where does he want to end up? Ugh. So he is going to run out of the clearing now, because I do not want to get trapped trying to... I do not want to get trapped trying to hide here. I probably don't want to run further in because I'm going to risk dragon. So I'm probably going to run out to there. And that's going to be the end of his day. Now the Black Knight has a combat at the end of the day as well. So remember, the Black Knight is hidden. So these guys are not on his sheet. He's going to drag that one over. He is going to ready his weapon, his trusty mace. This guy is also hidden until the Black Knight becomes unhidden. Trusty mace, ready it. He's going to use that. And we are largely hoping that this guy either lines up with us or doesn't flip. So where does he end up? 5. So he does not line up with us. And so now we're looking for the 70% solution. And I roll a 6. So literally the worst of all possible worlds for all characters seems to be happening. So I miss. And the dragon, poof, is still alive. So, and now I'm unhidden, because if you do a melee attack, you were unhidden. So, this guy lures him off the sheet. He cannot kill him, but he can keep him from killing the Black Knight. And we will target this guy. But now we need to play a move, because now we are in a little bit of trouble here. So we're going to play our fast H4 move and try to finish this guy before he finishes us off. So round 2. 3, this guy goes down there. Does he flip? He does. Oh my god. Worst of all possible worlds. Literally. That's been that's been all the combats so far. All the combats except for maybe the first one have been the worst possible sets. Yep, this guy's going to line right up. Does he flip? If he flips, that guy is dead. He flips, and this guy is killed by the dragon. Now both dragons appear on this side. Black Knight has to choose a target. Obviously, he's going to choose the guy that can actually harm him, because the guy on the other side, the light side, can't harm him. We have to fatigue a move. We fatigue this move. And we, all of a sudden, are in trouble and need to kill a dragon real fast. This should have been an easy combat, but we have rolled the worst rolls in all cases. So we're going to line up with this guy. Does the first dude flip or not? He is going to flip. That's fine. Does the second guy flip? He's going to flip. No, he doesn't flip. So 4 means they all stay put. So here's what happens. This guy misses. This guy's going to hit us, but our mace is faster. And so we hit him and kill him. So 1 dragon is down. But our mace reverts. That's the problem. So our mace is going to revert to that. So now we're going to pull this up here. I am going to pop the shield there, maybe, I suppose. We have to fatigue another move, which will fatigue that move. So not great. We're going to target this dragon. If he flips, I don't want to get hit. I am going to... We'll fight H6. Do we let him damage the armor if he comes and gets us, or do we let him destroy the shield? Don't know. Destroying the shield is worse for us in terms of money, but if we're not competing on money, I think I'm just going to do that. So, where does the dragon end up? The dragon ends up here. Does he flip? He does not flip. So we're going to miss. He's going to miss us. Everybody misses. We have to fatigue, which means we actually have to fatigue that, which sort of sucks. And we're going to put that there. But now our weapon is flipped and ready. He's going to line right up. He doesn't flip. We're going to kill him. He hits us. Well, we're going to kill him before he hits us because our mace hits at time 3. So we do kill the heavy dragon. And we don't have fatigue that time because we only played a single asterisk. So these asterisks are effort asterisks. If you play 2 of them in a round, which is the max you can play, you must fatigue 1 asterisk. If you play only 1 or 0, you don't have to fatigue anything. We're going to take 15 prowess for killing the 2 dragons. So that's a good haul of prowess. Finally, someone's, So that gives us 30 prowess. And the Black Knight is still winning prowess. Done. Big game. We need to return to a dwelling. So we are not yet done and complete. Closest dwelling is... the campfire, I think. So done and done. Yeah, so okay. I think it's day 18, right? So on day 18, I think we're going to, so we're going to move. First thing I do is move out. So we're going to move, right, back, away. Then I'm going to... We have so much resting we need to do. We're going to rest. We're going to use our extra spell X and a spell. And so we're going to pull one of these shits back and flip it so that we have 2. The only roll that screws us is 5, because then all the monsters would appear and we would have to get out of dodge again. So that's that. The druid is making his way to his herbal bliss here. I think he hides and moves into 5. Black Knight wants to get his herbalism done. So I think it was 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't like those vipers. Those vipers could indeed harm us. I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3. So we're gonna hide and move into the woods. And the captain. Oh, and I do think these. Where did the ghosts end up? Did I lose the ghosts somehow? Did I? Because the ghosts would have come back as well. The ghosts would have come back on day 15. No one's killed them since because, I mean, frankly, I forgot about them. I don't know where they are. Let me grab 2 of them. And they are there. I think we're going to hide and move to 5, the captain. So he has gotten, yeah, he's gotten 2 of those. This will give him 5. He could technically get Explorer Cave. I don't know that that is in his best interest, but he could. But I think we all have day 18s. Monster roll for 18 is a 1. Dragons. Not the best for some of our characters here, but let's see. Is random on? Let's make sure. Random. Okay. Sorcerer first. The sorcerer goes here, rests a chit, flips it, 2 purple. Then dragons appear. Dragons are going to appear in Slither, Horde, and Lair. So Slither M, yep. Horde and Lair. So we get literally all the dragons. They don't come at us. Horde is here. Slither is here. Lair is there. Oh, that's bad. I mean, none of that's good for our guy. But he does get to rest and so on. Captain goes here. You might get Roar C, might be a dragon. We don't, Roar C, yep, Roar C is a dragon. That is here. Not on us. If they're numbered, they go to the number first before they prowl. He goes 1, 2, 3. He is trying to be hidden. He is hidden. And the Vipers don't move because it's not a red diamond there. And the Druid goes 1, and he wants to be hidden. Oh, he rolls 1 die. We'll take the red die off in those cases. And we get smokes. Oh, we don't draw anything because all we get, we'd get the pool because you get the layers still. And a monster that is out will prowl to you, but nothing new will appear from the hazards. I don't think we have any fights. We have no fights today. We have a crappy situation, but no fights. Sorcerer on day 19 is going to rest, and then extra spell phase and a spell phase. So he's going to draw all 3 of these back and then turn 1 of them. So he'll have three color, which is good. That's a good amount. The druid is going to move to here. The Black Knight is going to go 1, 2, 3 to the small campfire. And then rest once. The Captain is going to hide and move to the valley. Done. And that's day 19's plan. Let's roll day 19's plan wrecker. Dragons. Shit. For the Sorcerer, that stinks. Black Knight is first, though. And the Black Knight goes 1, 2, 3. And rests. This is the small campfire, not the large campfire, unfortunately. Black Knight likes those guys. We are going to rest H4, and you have to make change. You move one asterisk at a time, so you have to make change otherwise. We will turn in big game, though. And that is a point. So he gets a third point. Third card, I should say. And he's tied. And he does roll a d6 to determine what piece of armor can be made out of that big game. He gets a 2, so he gets a helmet. So he's going to get a helmet. Whatever, like the dragon scales, right? That kind of thing. And he also gets a card there. Quiet Night. Ugh. I mean, that's fine. He can do Herbalist in a minute. This guy is dead. And he hired him, so he does lose 2 prowess. I will say this, he did lose 2 prowess, so he only has 13, he only has 28 prowess. Because again, when your guy dies, you do lose his equivalent notoriety in prowess. A lot of dead rogues and a lot of dead soldiers today. I don't like Quiet Night because it's not a scoring card. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's sort of the crappy part to that. What's his day 19? The Sorcerer is going to rest 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. Flip that to purple with his spell phases. And then every dragon in the whole universe gloms onto his spot. Which is so bad. So bad. Not great at all. But that's okay. We might be able to make this work. We'll worry about that when evening comes and combats are fought. We're going there. We don't get a dragon because we don't draw any of those chits because it's the druid. And we're going to go here, and the captain is trying to be hidden while he does that. And he is going to be hidden. And the ghosts are always prowling, so they prowl onto the captain. So we have a couple combats to deal with. The first combat is the dragons against the Sorcerer. We're not hidden. We cannot run, but we can melt into mist, and that's what we're going to do. So we're going to melt into mist, and then we will actually run out of the clearing to here, because we're going to have to fall back, effectively, to get all of our crap back. Because we're probably going to need... Yeah, so we'll figure that out. Next is the captain. And the captain is going to... So he's hidden. So he can play ambush game against these guys. So we'll ready the bow with, say, that. And we'll shoot the bow with that. So we're going to hit him. So first thing is first, does he flip? So that's all we need to roll. We need to roll, does the ghost flip? Not where he lands. We're going to hit him. So he does. Well, now we do need to roll where he's going to go. Just because. Well, no, we don't, because we're still going to hit him. Do we kill him or not? I think we do. On the missile table, we subtract 1, so we get -2 levels. So no, we don't kill him, right? Because we're gonna get -2 levels. So that's light, medium. That's light damage. So a 6 is the only thing that doesn't kill this guy. That's terrible, by the way. Do we remain hidden or not? We do. So that's the first round. Nothing happened. We're gonna ready our bow again and pull it right. This is the second round. Roll the missile roll. Oh, and we kill him that time. So now it's this guy's turn. And yeah, the answer is we do have to roll does he flip, because it does matter, because we can't just run away. If he flips, we can't run away. So we're going to ready our bow. We're going to shoot him. Did we kill him, though, first? We did not kill him. Did he flip or not? He did. Are we hidden or unhidden? We are still hidden, though. So that's the first round where nothing happens, right? We're going to shoot him again. Do we kill him? We will. So the captain is going to score 2 ambush kills there. That's worth 6 prowess total. So we'll give the captain his 2 ghosts. I think I've done pretty poorly this game. I'm out of practice, so I need to, get some practice in how to score points, largely. So we're back up to 10 prowess, so that's good. But we are... Oh, and that might put us in second place. Weirdly, yeah, that puts us in second. So that actually gained us... That gained the captain a point. He stole 1 off of the sorcerer by just killing those 2 ghosts. It's that tight now. We have no more combats. Day 20. Oh no, was that day 19? That was day 19. So it is now day 20. I didn't move the day marker. I'm sorry. Day 20. The sorcerer is going to make a move back to into the woods. He's going to rest once. He's going to extra spell X. He's going to spell twice. So that's going to bring this chit back. Then he's going to get both of these chits prepped. So he'll have 4 purple magic chits, which I think is probably enough to, pull off whatever. But he could probably use a 5th, strangely enough. That's going to be his move. The druid is out and about, finally out of the caves there. I do think we're going to go 1, 2, 3 to the altar. And we are going to search while we're there. Done. The knight, big knight here. Big knight is going to go 1, 2 into the pine woods. So we're going to move into the pine wood. And we are going to now, you know what? We're not going to do that this turn. We're going to rest. Oh, no, we're not going to do that. We're going to burn Quiet Night right now and get these 2 back. And then we are going to hide, move into the pine wood, and then search. So we're going to burn that card because that card gives us 4 automatic rests that night. We can do that. Navigator. That's not good late in the game. I don't like that at this point in the game. And Navigator is to find 3 secret paths or passages. I don't think we've found any yet, this guy, so that's not the best, but that's okay. That's okay. And then finally, the captain. Ugh, God, okay. So what's the captain doing? He could do, I mean, he could do thief. He could do his thief thing down at the order, right? I think, maybe, right? I think. Let's see. I don't know that he likes or dislikes the order. He doesn't care. Unfriendly or an enemy, which the captain does not have a lot of. He'd have to do the bash card. So he doesn't want that. What's his chance of killing a tremendous armored character? So armored knocks the sharpness stars down one. So he would be doing medium damage. And so he would have to go heavy tremendous. So he would have to roll a double 1. Or a 1 or a 2. Right? So he has a 3 in 36 chance, a 1 in 12 chance of killing the tremendous armored dragon at any point in time. That doesn't sound like that's a good... That doesn't sound like a good plan, frankly. He has a better chance of killing the Vipers. He cannot carry that item, which sort of sucks. I think he probably tries to head to... He might be able to get those goblins, though. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. We're going to hide and move up into the ledges. There you go. Hide, and then move into the ledges. The captain is going to try to make his crappy comeback. Done and done. Okay. Day 20 is written. Let's roll it. Dragons again. Ooh, okay. Black Knight is first. The Black Knight is going to hide and move to the woods. He is hidden. He moves to the woods. He has to search. He needs a 1, 2, or 3 to fulfill herbalism. He gets it. So the Black Knight return to any dwelling. So he gets to flip that card, right? So he found his herbs. Done. Nothing moves because these are triangle. These are 2s. The magician goes. The sorcerer goes down to there. Rests once. Flips 2. Done. The druid goes 1, 2, 3. He is going to do a search phase. He gets a 1 or a 2. Does he want to nudge that? He wants to nudge that, and he wants to find the shrine. So that shit, quote unquote, fatigues, which really means it just wounds, but that's fine. Done. He rolls a double 1, so he has found the shrine. So we mark the shrine off his list there. It's not the best. It's not the greatest. I was sort of hoping he gets an extra search phase, so we should probably put that. So he does get an extra search phase. So once he searches, he could learn a spell. We're going to take that yeah. Wait, we got to shuffle this too, right? Now, what order are they supposed to be in? His 5 is on top. What does that mean? So 1 and 5, so the 2 and the 3 is on the top. I actually don't like how they do these rules, but that's okay. It's not my call. Okay. So the druid is going to use his search phase to read runes. Does he get a bonus to reading runes? I don't think he does. But he is immune to curses, the druid, so that's a bonus. He's looking for a 4, 3, 2, or 1. And he gets a 6, so he gets nothing out of that. If he can learn a spell, that's worth 2 points for him. And with this crowd right now. So we are done for the day, the druid. And now it's the captain. And the captain goes 1, 2, 3 like that. We did get flutter, but all the dragons are out. So no more dragons are going to appear. So if you're not in one of these spaces with all the dragons, you're actually sort of safe. And we're sort of safe. And so now it's day 21. There's gold magic in every clearing. And we've got to figure out, and we do roll 2 dice, but now creatures may or may not go away. So something to consider there. So if we move up into here, we are hoping that the dragons actually go away. We're hoping we roll a 1. Because they would then disappear. They would reappear, but they'd reappear back on their spaces, not here. And so that would give us unfettered access to here. And then we could go make an attempt to get at these guys. And we have been in 2 places in the crag. We've been in 2, and we have been in 5. So we should mark both of those because we were in both of those clearings. I say we hide twice and we move up into there. Oops, I just drew extra stuff there. So I say the sorcerer is going to hide 2 times and then move into the crag again. Potentially facing the dragons, but likely not. The druid is going to, right now, search 5 times. He's hoping the demon appears, frankly. Because then we'll get our consult. Our dude here, our Black Knight, is going to move. We'll hide, of course, just because. And then we're going to turn in Herbalist. And then our captain... we're going to move, and then move into the valley, which is safe, and then we're going to rest once. Okay? And those are our things. We rolled 2 dice on the dangerous day 7, which means 2 groups of monsters will resurrect, return to the board, etc. Nope, only bats. Only bats. So nothing resurrects, nothing returns to the board, and we have bats today. Druid goes. The druid is going to search 5 times. This is going to be good. This is fun. So we're reading runes all day. The druid sucks at reading runes, but he is immune to curses. So that all works out. He gets a 6. That is nothing. That is 1. 2. So he does awaken and learn the spell. He cannot learn the gold spell, but he does awaken it, which means he flips it pretty much and sees what it is, and then moves it to the bottom of the pile. So that was his 2 seconds. So, where are we at? So 3. No, 4. 2, he learns and awakens. So he actually awakens this spell and learns it. And he learns Stones Fly. Which is a crappy attack. But it is an attack. And more to the point, it is a spell learned. So the druid actually gets a spell. And what that means is he is winning spells. And he is likely to win spells because, let's face it, who else is learning spells? Maybe the Sorcerer? Maybe. But that was good for him. And the last search, I am going to... I think I have one more, but if I don't, we're going to just... Yeah, we look for a treasure. We don't find anything. We're done. So his day is done. But he scored 2 points today. That was good. The Sorcerer is going to hide twice. And he does. And then he moves up to here. And nothing appears because it's only going to be bats. And he is done. The captain is going to move to here. And then the captain is going to rest once. And we'll pull back our fight chit, our wound. And then the Black Knight is going to hide 2 times, I think. And then run back to here. And that's going to score him his herbal, give him his 4th card, so good for the Black Knight, scoring 4 cards, his 6th point overall. And now he gets a potion. So what we do is I can just take this card. I'm going to copy and paste the card because theoretically there are things that you can draw from the discard deck or whatever. I'm going to copy paste the card. I'm going to shrink it down a tiny bit. And then I'm going to give him 1, 2, I think these things give him 3 uses. He gets 3 uses of a potion. I'm going to shrink these down. I think he wants, an extra move phase. So we will put move, move. Now this also counts for a potion for the Druid's test. Might that be a thing to do? Might running, that's a lot of running. It's a lot of moving. It's a lot of moving. The Sorcerer has obviously a possible fight on his hands, but he's not going to take it. For sure. Don't think anyone else has anything. Nothing appears there. Nothing appears there. Nothing appears here. He gets nothing. And we are done with the week. That's our week. That is our week. So there's not a lot of scoring. There's a little bit of movement. I think the Sorcerer was a little bit stymied by everything appearing on his one spot there. So I'm not, and his terrible roll, by the way. He still could have easily made out on that fight. But I rolled all 6s, except for 1, to kill the creatures on that space. So that sort of sucks. His strategy is to go in, pop purple, turning that guy into a frog again, and then fiery blast a lot of them and hope to kill everybody in there. That's his goal. But that'll have to be next week because this week is over. So week 3 is done. We have 1 more week to go. Everybody's tight. Everybody's tight. We still have, still one of those anyone can do anything sort of games. They've all done a lot of nothing at the moment, but everybody could score. So we will see where this leads us. Thank you very much for watching. All the YouTube things, like and subscribe. We now offer channel memberships. I have a ton of videos on Magic Realm. So if this is the first you're seeing of this, please go look in the back catalog. There's a lot of playlists of Magic Realm plays. And you might enjoy it. So, with much more skillful play than today, I swear to you. All right. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.